When is it necessary to ask a She'eilat Chacham for Jewish guidance? Imagine facing a question about your Jewish practice that leaves you unsure or uneasy. Sometimes the answers aren't clear-cut, and that's when seeking guidance becomes important. In Jewish law and rituals, asking a She'eilat Chacham, a rabbinic authority, is necessary when the law isn't straightforward. If a question involves complex details or sources that are hard to interpret, it's best to consult a rabbi. For example, questions about Kashrut, like whether a certain food is permissible, often requiring expert knowledge. If you're unsure if a utensil is kosher or if a dish needs a special blessing, asking a rabbi helps avoid mistakes. Shabbat observance can also bring questions that need rabbinic guidance. If you're unsure whether a certain activity is permitted or prohibited, especially when it involves new technology or unusual circumstances, a rabbi's opinion is essential. Family purity laws, which involve specific rules about mikveh immersion and marital relations, often requiring detailed halachic advice. If you're uncertain about the proper procedures or timings, consulting a rabbi ensures you follow the correct practice. Ethical dilemmas or situations where two halachic opinions conflict are prime reasons to ask a rabbi. If you're caught between two different views, a rabbi can help you decide which is more appropriate for your situation. Personal circumstances also matter. Since Jewish law often depends on individual details, a rabbi who knows your background can give tailored guidance. For women in the community, resources like yoetzot Halacha, women knowledgeable in Halacha, can assist with many questions. But when the issue is complicated or unprecedented, turning to a rabbi is the safest choice. This is especially true for questions about communal standards or when a definitive ruling is needed. In general, if your question involves a halachic interpretation that is not clear, or if your personal situation affects the law's application, it's time to ask a rabbi. Routine questions about customs or community practices might not requiring a formal consultation, but anything serious or uncertain should be addressed by a qualified rabbi. Seeking rabbinic guidance helps ensure you're following Jewish law properly and responsibly. It also provides peace of mind, knowing you're making the right decision based on authoritative advice. Women in the community can rely on this process to support their spiritual and halachic needs, especially when facing new or difficult questions. Remember, when in doubt, asking a rabbi is the best way to stay true to halachic principles and Jewish values.